Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at purchasing the Armored Kuruma. But unfortunately, first I'm about to make somewhat of a folly, I am afraid, for I have seen a video that is rather outdated that advises one to purchase a property near to the Pacific Standard Bank, in which the video describes or details, should I say, how it's possible to store the Armored Kuruma in this particular property for the purposes of using in a raid or in the Pacific Standard heist, should I say. However, any of you who have seen my Pacific Standard heist video knows that that is no longer the case. Unfortunately, that has been patched, that particular glitch. So this really is rather a waste of money, I'm afraid to say. $126,000 down the drain, utterly useless, and at this point in time, of course, I have no idea, so why don't we go ahead and take a look around this apartment. Okay, there we go, movie poster on the wall, and here we go. This really is the full extent of it, I am afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, $126,000 for this, really. No bong, and there we go, rather disappointing. Some whiskey on the side there, rather small kitchen. Okie dokie, well, there we go. Like I say, the purpose of me purchasing this particular property was that I intended to use it in the Pacific Standard heist. Unfortunately, I was not able to, and so now this property is completely useless to me, and I shall have to see about trading it in at some point in the near future. Okay, now through here we've got a bedroom, you can see. Now, if you've only got a small amount of money, this sort of property is perfectly serviceable, I'm sure. There's a cupboard, should I say, there to change one's clothes. There's a bathroom there. All one needs, really, for a small basic starter apartment. But okay, there we go. Like I say, I was just purchasing this to enable, or rather to facilitate greater ease of the Pacific Standard job, but that really didn't turn out to be the case. Okay, never mind. Well, let's get on to the Armored Kuruma then, shall we? Okay then, here we go. Now, as you can see, the Armored Kuruma can be found on the San Andreas Super Auto site there, and it's coming in somewhere down the screen. Okay, where are we? Looking for it, and there we are. Okay, retailing at just over $500,000, don't you know? 525,000. Okay, now I think black is the colour for that particular vehicle, and rather than sending it to Hillcrest, as we intend to store it here, why don't we actually have it delivered here? Okay, there we go, vehicle sold, and jolly good. Okie dokie, and coming out, right then, there we go. Right, it will be delivered shortly. Okay, well that's jolly good, don't you know? Okie dokie, right, we're heading out to the door now. Now we can choose to go to the garage if we wish, but on this occasion, as we're waiting for the vehicle to be delivered, I think we will head outside and take a short walk round. Okay then, so here we go, taking a walk outside, and there we go. That is the garage down there that one can access from the apartment. But as I say, on this occasion, I'll take a short walk down. Okie dokie, there we go then, heading towards the garage, and hopefully by now the Kuruma will have been delivered. Okay. Right, and there we are. That is the Armored Kuruma. Like I say, just about $500,000. Really is incredibly worth it, though, when one gets to know the benefits of this particular vehicle. There is, of course, other counterparts, really, would be sort of the Duke of Death, but the added benefit to this car is it really is absolutely fully armored. Okay, we can't really get a good look at it in here, so why don't we take it on outside? Okay, there we go. Right here, now let's set a waypoint to the office there, and we'll take it down to the custom auto shop and have it modified. Okay, so here we go. Let's test the unmodified Armored Kuruma, and off we go. Okay, then, first impressions, not much to write home about, to be perfectly honest with you. Nothing in the way of acceleration. Can't say the handling is particularly bad or particularly good at this point. Okay, was building up a little bit of speed there, and okie dokie, bit slidey there, bit back heavy, really, wasn't it? But it's quite nice to drive. It's certainly better than the Duke of Death, to be perfectly honest with you. And like I say, it is actually more armoured, more bulletproof than the Duke of Death. Okie dokie, lost it there, didn't we? Okay, so at speed, the sort of momentum gets away with you there, as you can see. The back end does want to come round somewhat, but I suppose after a little bit of practice, one should be able to control this car quite satisfactorily. Okie dokie, right, we're getting closer to the office now, and here we are. Okay then, so we're going to take it inside. Right here. And we're heading inside. There we go, jolly good, don't you know? Right, where am I going to put it? I suppose better put it in the bottom garage. We're only going to use it for the auto shop, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Okay then, so here we are, we're taking the Armored Kuruma into the custom auto shop, and as always, this part of the video will be played at double speed in order to facilitate a sort of greater hurrying along of this particular part of the video. If you do wish to have a look at the options there, I'm sure you can see them, and we're just going to fly through a few here as I upgrade this vehicle to my specifications. Okie dokie, jolly good. Now, of course, like I say, the only real counterpart to this particular vehicle would be the Duke of Death. There are a number of differences, certainly in the way of speed and handling, but also in the amount of damage that it can take. I'm not entirely sure in terms of rockets. I believe there is a discrepancy there between what they can take, and if I'm not entirely mistaken, the Duke of Death can take more rockets. However, the Armored Kuruma is more bulletproof. So one may want to bear that in mind when undertaking missions with this particular vehicle. Okay then, don't like the coloration to... Oops, the video skipped out there, didn't it? Okay, yes, didn't really like the crew colours. Was going to have this as a crew vehicle, you know, with the crew colours on it, but I do think it looks much better in just a plain black, to be perfectly honest with you. Much more menacing, don't you know? Okie dokie, having a look at some of the front bumpers there, and going down, right here, side skirts is that now we're having a look at? Okay, there we go, right, I think we'll, I'm not entirely sure what. There we go. I think that'll do. Right, okay. Maybe. Right, okay. Spoiler. Right, okay. Right, that looks hideous. Okay, I think we need something, something a little less than that, perhaps. Okay, no, certainly not. Right, I think that works perfectly honest with you. And there we go. Yes, why not? Why not? That sort of keeps with the lines of the car, doesn't it? I am, of course, enticed by the prospect of greater traction that the larger spoiler would offer me, but of course, as you well know, I am far more inclined towards the overall aesthetics of the vehicle, and so yes, I think that's the spoiler we shall go for on this occasion. Right, we're going to tint the windows. Why not? It's a very black car. I think that yes, okie dokie. Right, like I say, crew color really doesn't look that good. I could put it on the windows, you know, keep the there we go, but the roof, unfortunately, were it not for the roof being that hideous green, I might go for it, you know, but no, I'm going to keep it in the black. Okay, well, there we go, fully modified. Let's take it out and see what difference those upgrades have made to this vehicle. Okay, then. Right, okay, what we're doing, I suppose, set a waypoint back to the old house where I'm going to store this. I'm not entirely sure of the name, to be perfectly honest with you. I only purchased the property for this Pacific Standard heist, as I said, and I shall never set foot in there again. Okie dokie, having a hard time finding it, it seems. Right, surely that's it right there. Okay, jolly good. Right here then, so the Armored Kuruma, should one buy it? Even without testing the modifications, I can say yes, that's a big fat yes, ladies and gentlemen. This really is a particular... Okay, look at that. Okay, modified. Seems to be going quite a bit faster, doesn't it? Right, okay, and not so wayward with the handling. The back end seems a little bit more stable. Okay, yes, not a bad vehicle, actually. That really is going, isn't it? Can outrun quite a lot of vehicles, I should think, this car now. Right, okay, then. Yes, not too shabby at all. So, like I say, should one buy it? One certainly should, yes. It's a fast car, it's an agile car, and... wouldn't you know, it's fully bulletproof. That means absolutely fully people cannot shoot you while you're inside it. Okay then, certainly not with bullets anyway, I should point that out. Rockets, as I said, will get through. Okay then, right, here we are. We've taken it back up to the property where we intend to store it for the benefit of the Pacific Standard heist, which turns out to be entirely erroneous. Right, okay, is you going to let me go in there? What's going on? Come on now. And there we go. Okay then, jolly good. That's a review of the Kuruma, the Armored Kuruma there. And as you can see, it is a fast and agile car once it's been upgraded, perfectly suitable for transportation in rather lively lobbies. But of course, that really isn't a review of the Armored Kuruma, is it? Because we haven't got to test out the armored capabilities of that vehicle. So why don't we just go back and take it out one more time and see if we can't just test its design function, don't you know? Okay then, here we go, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Armored Kuruma. Like I say, possibly one of the most necessary vehicles on the game to own. It really does come in handy. It can seat 4, it can transport an entire crew across the map, and as I say, fully armoured, yet one can shoot out of it. That really does provide one with a certain degree of comfort when undertaking certain missions. Okay then, here we go then, we're just going to take it out onto the street here and see if we can't test the armor on this particular vehicle. Okay then, so how to test the armor on the Armored Kuruma? I can only think of one way. Right, I think we're just going to go and pay a visit to a local convenience store, don't you know? I'm sure the gentleman there will be most obliging. Okay then, as you can see, like I say, very fast indeed, really. I mean, no sports car, but certainly no slouch. It's going whizzing by there. And we're already at the store. Okie dokie, right here. Whoops, it daisies. There goes the lamppost, don't you know? And clonk. Okay, never mind. Right then, here we are. This is the intended target, shall we say. Well, hello, my good gentleman. I'd like all of the money in the cash register, thank you. Okay, let's start getting you hurrying along. I don't care how many times in a month. Get that money into a bag for me, gentlemen, or I'm going to have to blow your head off. Okay, down you go, sunshine, taking far too long, I think, and I'm going to now, okay, I was going to help myself to the cash register there, but it all went screwy, don't you know? Right, okay, and now I have got the police after me, and that really was the whole point of this exercise, to be perfectly honest with you. Okie dokie, right then, and whoops-a-daisies, there we go, civilian poking their noses for no good reason, and now their brains are spread all over the street. Okay, whoops-a-daisies, watch how you drive, sir. Okay, and here come the police. Well, this really was what I was hoping for. This really was rather what I was counting on. Okie dokie, let's see, let's have a look. I've got half health, as you can see, and no doubt in normal circumstances this would be rather treacherous. The police would blow me away in no time. But we'll see exactly how much damage they can do. Okie dokie, down you go, piggy. And you. Okie dokie, well, this really is jolly good fun. Now, as you can see, I'm sitting here, and they're shooting away at me, but in this particular vehicle they're really not having much luck at hitting me. Now I do believe after a certain amount of time the bulletproof nature of the glass does sort of wear out, and one or two bullets start to get through, but it really does take quite some significant time before that occurs, and up until that point this car is effectively completely sealed, completely armoured, and no bullets will get through whilst you can shoot out. It really is absolutely fantastic. Okie dokie, coppers, come on then. Why don't you try and get me out of this vehicle? Here we go, taking bullets, you know, shooty, but as you can see, really, oh, there we go, bullets starting to get through. Okie dokie. Well, better make my way away, I think. Righto. Okay, 4 stars after me now. Well, like you can see, this car has taken rather a pounding. I've been stuck there for quite some time. The police have been doing their best to shoot me, but not having the best of luck, really. My health bar is regenerating there, and if they want to take me out, they really are going to have a hell of a time. Okay, there we go. Like I say, still taking bullets. Quite not losing any life there. Okay, there it goes a little bit right now. Okie dokie. Right, so presumably the armored nature of this car is starting to wear off. Okie dokie, well, jolly good. Like I say, that gives you some sort of indication of the armor on the Armored Kuruma. If you're taking it into particular missions, whether they be heist or any other kind of mission, it really will serve you quite well. NPCs will be they'll be confounded when they're trying to get through that armor there. Okay then, here we go. What's going on now? Right here, right, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. As I say, unfortunately, this property is a relatively new purchase, but a very brand new purchase, one could say. And I'm a little bit unfamiliar as to how to get back to it. Okay, I do believe it's round there somewhere, but I'm not entirely certain how one gets there. Okie dokie, round the corner, 4 stars after me, but I shan't let that worry me, really. Okay, the one, this is it. Okay, jolly good, here we go. Right, this is the Armored Kuruma, and this is where the Armored Kuruma will live. At least it does for the time being. At some point, no doubt, I shall have to move it. Okay, now I don't really want to have to take on all these police, so I'll just shoot a few more coppers and then get Lester to call them off. Down you go. No, mister, never mind.
I take it this isn't purely a social call. Of course not. You're in trouble and you need my help.
Okay, then one quick telephone call to Lester and the police are dissuaded in their pursuit. And dokie, there we go then, ladies and gentlemen, the Armored Kuruma. Should you buy it? As I say, yes, you absolutely should. It really is an absolutely fantastic vehicle. It's very nippy, very agile, and as I say, it is absolutely bulletproof. That bulletproof nature, as you see, did wear off after a certain amount of time, but it does take a good long time for that to occur, and it really is a fantastic vehicle, and certainly in lively public lobbies where people are going a little bit crazy, it really can be very useful. Okay then, so, well, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and of course, as always, thank you very much for watching.